there, you live.
Okay. Yeah. All right, first and foremost, give all praise to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash.
Devil unto the apostles, great millstone that rule well. And shalom to those in the highways and byways doing the work sincerely and faithfully. Continue to fight in the good fight of faith. Lord, when we are found in that number to be delivered. And likewise, for some of you sisters who truly believe and trust in the name of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, may you be found worthy as well. All right, so we're just going to go through the spirit. And, you know, brothers got to bring out, we're going to bring it out, you know, until the Lord says it's time to roll and close it up, man. All right, but real quick, though, you know, brothers' pages are getting snipped at an alarming rate, man. And this devil's doing a damn good job at it, too. You know, even when you use a clip of a page of something that's taken off of YouTube, you know, they'll still cut your shit. Even though the shit that you use or sample from is still up on YouTube, man. This is why you know this is why you know we speaking the truth, man. Esau hates the truth. All right. So let's go. Give me our Nahum 3:1. We'll start with that.
Nahum 3:1.
Yeah.
And it reads, woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery.
Yep.
The prey devoureth not.
Right. Woe to the bloody city, because this place is full of lies and robbery. All right. This place was born off the inception of lies and robbery. All right. And now these devils want to look at us and you know, call us liars or make us seem like we're pushing out all kinds of misinformation concerning this shit that they got going on. We can't even say certain words, man. But meanwhile, you got these devils putting their shows up at an alarming rate. You know, Tucker Carlson and all these other goddamn buffoons talking all about, you know, the shit we don't want to talk about, because the minute we say it, the page is gonna get clipped, man. But all that being said, this place was born off of lies. Now all of a sudden you guys want to speak the truth? You've never spoke the truth, man. You've never had the truth in you. Matter of fact, what's that, Psalm 58? They go astray as soon as they be born. Good.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Right, and that's the truth, man. We have become public enemy number one because we have been speaking the truth. The spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahushai, man. That's all we came to do. We don't confess ourselves to be, you know, the top scholars on the planet, you know, but the Spirit of the Lord has given us utterance. And we're going to speak these things, man. We're going to tell you what the truth is. You know, and you devils out there, and I'm going to keep calling you devils, because that's exactly what you are. They're great deceivers, man. The minute any brother comes out with any information, we're going to clip their page. Go ahead, bro.
2 Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth.
Right, we can do nothing against the truth, but for it, man. This is why we come out here and make our bodies that living sacrifice. And they know, man. They see us on the highways and byways, freezing cold, burning hot when it's hot out here, you know, whatever the climate may be. They know that we're dedicated. Being dedicated, a man's only going to stand on what he believes when he believes it to be true, man. You ain't going to come out here. If we were telling lies, we wouldn't be coming out here, man. Why would we even waste our time coming out here to push lies? You see? You got that Psalms 58?
Yep. Psalms 58, verse 3. Psalms 58 and 3 says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Right, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, man. This whole damn country is nothing but a big goddamn lie. Everything. Anything they teach you, anything they taught you, anything they speak about, it's all a goddamn lie, man. And you jakes out here want to strive and try to make Babylon to be that great place again? Get the hell out of here, man. This place gotta go. We fed up as brothers in this thing, in this truth, man. And I'm sure I'm speaking for every brother who's sincere in this thing. We hate this fucking place, man. This place has got to go.
That's right.
And Lord willing, it's gonna be a beautiful thing if we get delivered up on high to see it burn and burn the fucking smithereens, man.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 47:3, it says that nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, that shame shall be seen.
Yep.
I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man.
Right.
As
Now,
for
hold it right there, brother.
Come.
And it says that nakedness and that shame and everything's gonna be uncovered, man. That's exactly what's going on here in Babylon. All right, everybody's seeing what this place, what it really is. You ever fucking put your hand in the X-ray machine and it gets right to the skeletal part of your person? So that's what's going on with America, man. You know, this place has become an X-ray machine. Now we can see right through you. We understand what your agenda is. We understand what your motives are. We understand what your deceptions are. These are the things that we understand as the men of hope for the elect. The Lord has given us the eye salve to understand what you're doing. the masses of the people aren't going to understand, because you have indoctrinated them with so much bullshit, so much fluff, and so much media entertainment that they get lost in the sauce. And the minute you say anything contrary to what they're doing, you become a radicalist or extremist. You know? Anytime a so-called black man does something in America, and just because he understood his nationality to be a Hebrew, now all of a sudden he's connected to the Hebrew Israelites and he's doing this, anything to demonize us, man. Anything you can do to demonize us. But we understand that's what's to come. That's what's to come by the devil. All right? We always like to push the focus on somebody else. You saw go into a country, kill all kinds of kids and women and children and all that other shit, and then come out and talk about who did that? Yeah. Why'd that happen? Go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna read this quote real quick from George Orwell. It says, "Truth is the new hate speech during times of universal deceit. Telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act."
That's right. And telling the truth can get you killed these days, man. Being out there in the highways and byways. Lord knows if these devils yoke you up and bring you to one of their camps or in prisons, man, you may never be seen again. Shalom, brother. You may never be seen again for speaking this truth, man. So you gotta understand what you're into, man. You gotta understand the magnitude of what you're being involved in out here, man. Don't think just because you out in the highways and byways that you're safe, man. Ain't nobody safe out here. We hope and pray that the Lord guides and protect us, as He said He's going to do for His hopeful elect. But at the same time, we still gotta move in the spirit of, listen, we still ain't safe out here, man. Because the Lord has given the devil the ability and the power to take life, man. Go ahead.
This is John 15:20. Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord.
Right.
If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
Right.
If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also.
Right. And that's a beautiful point right there. Because Yahushua went through hell, man. Yahushua went through hell. Now we on this side, are we to be expected to go through the time of Jacob's trouble and not be scathed? We're gonna go through some shit, man. It's only right that our Lord and Savior Yahushua went through it, and the scripture says what? Arm yourselves likewise in Peter's. The 4th chapter, is it? Give me that.
Yep. Verse 1. For as much then as Yahushua has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind.
Right, arm yourself likewise with the same mind, because you know what? Didn't Yahushua know that he was going to be put to death, man? Didn't he know that these people were going to yoke him up and stick him with the spear? He knew all these things, man.
You know he's going to be betrayed.
Right. He knew all these things. So arm yourself likewise, because we're coming into that time of Jacob's trouble. And the scripture says, give me that in 2nd Ezra, 2nd chapter, on the 70th verse.
68?
Yeah.
16, yeah.
16 verse?
68, I got you.
Yeah. Give me, brothers, I'm getting old, man. Getting old. My mind's like scrambled eggs out here, man.
You want it right now?
Yeah, give me right now.
2nd Ezra 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach.
Let me tell you, man, a lot of you people are going to die over here at the clutches of this devil, man. You're going to absolutely die over here. And it may be a horrible, slow death for you. Because you know Esau, man, he's a mad scientist. He'll make some kind of concoction, have you drink the shit, or stick you in the fucking arm with some shit. Next thing you know, your fucking heart speeds up, slows down, you know, and you're just gonna be looking for relief, but he ain't gonna give you no relief, man. It's the devil we're talking about. No, he's not here to assist you and to guide you and to give you the comfort that you deserve being an Israelite. Because we weren't brought over here to be comfortable. We were brought over to be put to slaves, to build this place. These are the things that we were brought over here to do, man. But the time is coming. Read on.
And trodden underfoot, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
See that? How many people are going to denounce the Lord when that time comes? When our hell starts breaking loose, they're going to be like, no, I don't fear that name. I don't fear that Lord. Because it's going to be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, man. So ask yourself, are you in the right place? Are you doing the right thing? Do you know what you're involved in? You know, we only talking right now, man. We only talking, and it doesn't really, take hold of people when you're talking about things and nothing's happening. Because they can come in here and like, we heard these niggas been talking that shit for 20, 30, 40 years, man. All right? But we know through the spirit that the time is coming where the talking's gonna be no more, man. And they're gonna be like madmen sparing none, killing anybody they can get their goddamn hands on. Especially the children of Israel, man. They're gonna be like madmen sparing none. So like we was going back to what it said about Yahweh Shai and Peter's, arm yourselves likewise. Be ready, man. You don't know. You may not see brothers, man. We keep telling you brothers this, man. You may not be able to see brothers on a daily basis. Or get brothers on the phone when they fucking do that magnetic impulse. They shut shit down. It's an EMP?
Yeah.
They give an EMP, shut the whole shit down. You motherfuckers think we're kidding, man. This shit's gonna happen. Because this is the plan that these devils want to do, man. They want to cut communication. They want to cut the food off from you. They want to cut your job off from you. They want to cut your family off from you. And all of these things are taking place right as we speak, man. And now the goddamn airlines and shit, they're all concerned about the 5G rolling out. They talking about the planes could crash and burn. These devils don't care. They love blood. They love death, man. When them fucking towers came down, don't you know those elites when a couple buildings over, watching the festivities? So think about this thing, man.
I got something for you since you mentioned that. This is Revelations 9:6. And in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them.
Yep. Hey, that's gonna come back around again, man. You're gonna want to die, and the Lord's gonna make sure you don't die. You know? Right. That was going back to that war during the war when the soldiers were going about. But once again, we can attribute that to this time now, man.
Ooh.
When
Especially the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna want to seek that.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You know.
Let me start actually.
You know, people, especially parents, man, and for some reason this keeps coming back to my mind. When a parent watches their child die, they want to die too. I have no reason to live. I don't want to be here no. That's a natural thing that happens within people. All right, but a lot of you people are gonna suffer, man. You people are gonna suffer out here because this devil's gonna get a hold of you. He's gonna do all kinds of shit to you. You women, you're gonna get it. They're gonna come after you. They're gonna rape you. They're gonna fucking keep you in their fucking dungeons. They're gonna keep you in their basements and come down and have you at will. That's why you better get with a man of the Lord out here. Right. And hope and pray that the Lord brings you a man of the Lord in your life, because you're gonna be just nothing but a piece of meat when that time comes, man. A piece of fucking meat. Go ahead, finish off. You done? Go ahead, Al.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 in verse 24. Let me start at verse 23. It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them.
That's right.
For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it.
Bad times, baby. Bad times are coming. And like I said a little while ago, you can hear us and watch our videos and see us out here and call us fools. We're standing in the cold. We're stupid. But that time is gonna come, man. You best believe that shit. It's definitely gonna come. And then you're gonna be fucking sitting there asking yourself, why didn't I listen? If only I had listened to what they were telling me. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Think about it. If you in the crib, right? And all of a sudden, you fucking look out the window. You see motherfuckers running around. What the fuck is going on out there? Next thing you know, you see a couple cars smash into each other. And motherfuckers start, whoa. Where's the police at? It's gonna be all hell breaking loose. Do you go outside at that time? Do you venture outside your door, knowing that there's gonna be people out there looking to kill you and seek your life? Especially you people up in the goddamn suburbs, man. Them suburbs are gonna get visited. They will be visited. And there's gonna be some unsavory characters lurking around your goddamn dwelling, man. And rightfully so. You're gonna see, man. This is gonna be a beautiful thing when it happens. We're gonna rejoice when shit starts going down, man. Go ahead.
Like we mentioned too, like the beginning scene of the movie Bushwick.
Right.
They came from the train station, went upstairs, and everything was going crazy.
Yep.
Continuing on, it says, verse 25, the tree shall give fruit, who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice.
Right. Man's going to desire to see another and hear his voice, but it's not going to happen, man. Even out here in these streets right here, right now, you see everybody walking about. Let me tell you something. Let there be a fucking gunman on the roof up there. This bitch is going to be empty. That's just one fucking gunman. One. Shooting down, trying to pop. Motherfuckers will be out of here. Can you imagine when there's fucking gunfire coming from all different directions? People shooting, people fucking lurking behind trees, waiting for a motherfucker to come up. All this buffoonery, all this fucking, this folly, fucking grown men walking around in fucking pajamas and shit. Fucking bullshit, all this fucking folly. This is gonna be out of here, man. You ain't gonna see the men of the Lord entangling ourselves in this bullshit either, man. Like I said in the video before, you're gonna have Jakes out there trying to be in the middle of it. Yo, Hebrew, who the Hebrew is? Niggas don't give a goddamn who you are. If you are a warm body that a hot bullet can go through, trust me, they're gonna use you as target practice out there in that day, man. Go ahead, bro.
One more. Verse 28, it says, "For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in thick growth and in the clefts of the rocks."
That's right. So the time is coming, man. The time is coming where you're gonna have to choose your fucking side. You better choose your side. You better choose wisely. You know? And for all you scoffers and scorners, that's your lot, man. You're just gonna have to die over here. That's the bottom line on that. Go ahead,
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
And we're coming upon those evil days, man. Just look at Esau's kingdom. Esau's kingdom is slowly falling. All right? And once this devil falls to the point where he can't get up, you think there's going to be order in here? There's not going to be no order in here. There's only law and order right now because things are fucking sewn up, man. As the scripture says, they're sewn places. There's only law and order because you got Esau riding up and down with these fucking the red, white, and blue cars and putting their lights on. That's the reason why there's order. But understand this. They are men and they are women just like the average person. Right? And they're going to retreat just like the average person. They ain't gonna give a goddamn about a job or a position they hold when they know their fucking family's in danger. So this gonna be a lawless society out here, man. It's gonna be a real lawless society. Go ahead, Elder.
The only reason why the police force works is because people have respect for the law. If once people lose respect for law and order, those cops in their uniforms won't mean anything. They'll become civilians.
It's already happening now. Matter of fact, 2 cops got blasted. I don't know if it was in New York.
Oh no, that was it New York?
Yeah, one was New York. A 21 or 22-year-old.
Yeah, they got blasted. So as the elder said, the respect for police, that shit is out of here, man. That shit is out of here. Go ahead, bro.
Alderman, if I may add, because it shows you in the Wild Wild West movies how, they had guns and they had no respect for the law.
Right.
They was clapping them.
It's
Yeah.
not that they didn't have respect for the law, but there was a sense of the sheriff in those old western towns was just a political position. But matters between men got handled between those men.
Right.
There was no calling the cops and
Right. Calling the sheriff.
calling the sheriff, hey sheriff, this guy's bothering me. No,
Sheriffs tell you, y'all have a draw.
yeah, they took
Y'all
10
got
steps
that.
and
Yeah, take your 10 and
drew their weapon.
Right. Go the fastest man wins. That's it. You know?
Yeah, that's and once that happens here, when you read in 2nd Ezra 15th chapter and 2nd Ezra 16th chapter, what you're hearing about is civil unrest. That's what you're hearing about. You're not hearing about a time of normalcy like it is now. You're listening to a time of unrest, and when that time comes, people are not going to have any regard for the police. That's why it says they shall take matters into their own.
They should not regard their kings or their princes.
Yep.
Go ahead, read it.
2nd Ezra 15. I'll start at verse
Get in on it? You want to double dutch it? Yeah, come on.
verse 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Right, there should be sedition among men and invading one another. That's a time of unrest, man. People are going to be unsettled in their spirit because they're not going to know what's next. A lot of people put their stamp on, well, in the next 5 years, I plan to have this thing here, and then we're going to grow. We're going to have some trees. We're going to cut those trees down over here on this side of the house, and they settle themselves on that, right? When those next 5 years are unsure, when the next 5 days are unsure, when the next 5 hours are unsure, people are gonna go crazy, man. They're gonna go crazy, and that's the time that you read about in these chapters. You got some more?
Yeah, come on. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Yeah.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes,
Right.
and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Because even now, right? Let's say something is happening to you, they expect you to call the police, right? Let's say someone breaks into your home, they expect you to call the police, but by the time the police get there, your home been broken into, they took what they needed and they long gone. Or they could have shot you you hiding in the you hiding in the closet some goddamn way in between the shirts. Talking about they here, officer, they here. Send somebody out. Send somebody out. It's too late. They done took your kids. They done shot your wife in the head. You in the closet hiding. So that when those times are here, when people's mentality changes when they become desperate. And that's desperate times call for desperate measures, man. Yeah, man. People that are completely sane, like when you watch what was I watching last night? I kind of fell asleep. I was watching I Am Legend, right? Motherfuckers out there hunting deer, and a fucking lion showed up and took the goddamn deer, man. And when them kind of times, your mentality changes. That Leave It to Beaver mentality goes out the door quickly, man. Yeah, that microwave mentality, all your mindset changes, right? And in these times, people are gonna lose it, man. People are gonna lose it. Like you see these people walking around, people gonna be looking at each other like this. Look, man, I'm just here to get some water. All right, and that's how it's gonna be. People gonna be ready to kill each other at any given moment. And when I hear America is on its way out of here, is crumbling, that's what I think of. When I think of America is crumbling, it's this civility of the people is deteriorating, man. People are afraid. People are scared. They don't know which way is up. They don't know which way is down. They don't know what's going to happen next week. They don't know what if they're going to increase the mandates. You know. Go ahead.
2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 22.
Yeah.
And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Yeah, the sown places shall appear unsown. Like you can consider your governing body a sown place, right? Because it's put together. Everybody has their job. Everybody has their order. There's a rank and file, right? So those sown places are going to be unsown. Go ahead.
Yep. Suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Yep.
The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Yeah, the storehouses be found empty. You're gonna go to your local corner store and get some bread. They ain't gonna have no bread, man. What you gonna do?
This shit is happening right now, man. I went into the store last night to get some shit.
Yeah.
I'm walking up and down the aisle. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, Cumberland Farms was empty. You know the companies get it by the popcorn.
You know what
ain't
they
no
doing?
popcorn in the motherfucker.
What they do in their market basket is they have the people that organize the show put like one box of cereal nicely neat in the front row. But if you
ain't shit behind them. That's what you call a facade.
But what it is they usually stock it up and they push it all back.
Yeah.
As they get taken, they move forward. You get that last box and you're like,
Ain't nothing but air back there.
but that's the time that we're coming in, man. We're coming in those times where, you're going to start seeing shit getting diminished more and more and more.
Yep.
I need to go buy some compressed air. I went to, in the can, you clean the keyboards and shit. I went to Lowe's. I got it at Lowe's. I went to Home Depot. Went to Walmart, 2 Walmarts. Went to a computer store. And where else I go? Job Lot. Went to Job Lot. Went to Harbor Freight. Went to all these places. Yeah, it's all out, man. It's all out.
Using this shit
That's what I said. They do it. But you just never know, man.
Making a bomb in the backyard with compressed air, clean guns with it.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a great point.
Yeah, that is what they use.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Go ahead, bro. Keep them shits clean, man. They're gonna do a lot of shooting around here.
Yeah, that's what damn sure.
A lot of shooting around here.
That's what damn sure. That motherfucker jam up on your ass. Them 3 bullets you got left, you got to make sure all them shits fire good. Go ahead.
No warning shots, headshots.
Right. You don't warning shot. You can't waste no warning shot. Hey, pal. I got a gun. You better hope that works.
Man said this road. He's like, we ain't got nothing but 2 slugs.
He popped his ass.
You hungry?
Yeah, he popped his ass too, man. Yo, you watch these movies, man.
That boy
what does it say? Somebody just read a little while ago, Redeeming the Time. You read it? You gotta watch these movies because they get you in the proper mindset, man. Watch these movies. I was watching I Am Legend last night. It's my eldest movie here, Book of Eli. You gotta watch some movies, man. Watch some movies, man. Them movies get you in the proper mindset. Like Denzel his character in the movie what you can learn from that is his level of focus. The nigga got shot, came back to life, and kept going, man. That's the kind of focus you're gonna have in these times. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall suddenly be afraid.
Right. The trumpet shall give a sound, and it could be, an actual trumpet, but people, meaning that when the decision is made, when that time is here, everybody's gonna know about it. It ain't gonna be no guessing or you're not gonna have to guess about civil unrest. Like right now, you have to go, I gotta choke this nigga. You're kind of looking at him. I'm gonna have to choke someone. You ain't gonna be no guessing. You're gonna go. And you're going to grab the nigga, you're going to put him in the full Nelson or a headlock, you're going to choke him out till he's gone, and you're going to take all that water you carrying.
You even call their brother like, yo, this is it.
You ain't going to be no, you think this is it. Hey, this might be the one right here. I know, you're going to know. You're going to know.
Ain't going to be no next week.
At that time shall friends fight one another against one another like enemies.
Right.
And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein.
All your neighbors that come out the front yard and they wave at you while you raking or some shit, they gonna be your enemies, man. You're gonna be looking out the window through your blinds. You're gonna be looking to see what they doing on the other side of the street.
They gonna walk out the yard like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you that hand gesture. Like,
After that nigga gotta go, man. You gotta go.
You go out the window like this.
That little tiny blind and shit. He gonna see it. 300 yards away. Like, oh, that nigga right there.
That was in that movie Contagion.
Huh?
That was in that movie Contagion.
Okay, yeah.
Remember, he was in there, the lights was all out everywhere. And the neighbor house, you could hear the next door neighbor going to that house. Yeah. And all he heard was screams and then the flashing things.
Yo, but one thing I like about that movie Contagion, how fast it was like, they was in that pharmacy, they was kind of in line, just waiting for their little medicine. That motherfucker jumped over that counter. They started looking at each other. They all started jumping over the counter, man. Your mind, you don't know what you're capable of, man. We had a very easy life. We didn't, like, when you go to Afghanistan and countries like that, their little 8-year-old kids be carrying AKs around, man. So they had a hard life. They're prepared for a breakdown in society, right? But most of us, man, granted, we might have grown up poor, but food stamps, you get your little syrup sandwich or whatever you got, compared to what they living in, they got a good life. We had a good life, and a lot of us are not prepared. But you're gonna see a lot out of yourself in those times, and we gotta pray that Yahweh Shai gives us a high level of faith, man. We gonna need it. We gonna need it. Go ahead, bro. Huh? Oh yeah,
He has syrup on pancakes.
Some people, you ain't never had no syrup sandwich, sugar sandwich.
Talk like the camera. It says, at that time shall friends fight one another against one another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Like typically. Well, let me not say typically, but what should happen is, in times of a breakdown in society, you should be able to go get water. I was watching this shit on Netflix, man, called Rotten. Y'all watch that yet? Man, watch the water episode. Esau got every spring in the country sewn up, man. And what's heavy about that, right? With natural water springs, there's natural wells that they come from. So you have a natural well that happens over time, right? And then that water flows underground. Then they drill through the ground to extract the water. And what happens when you do that, you dry up the well. So if you constantly pulling out water, it's an unnatural way to get the water. So we're not even gonna be able to go and get water, man. Like the city I live in, the length of the city is a lake. It was they call it a pond now, but it's a natural water spring. You should be able to go in there, dip your little jug in there, but they got that shit sewn up. They got the highway separating this water from the rest of the city. Like it's on the edge, so the lake runs the length of the city, but on the other side is another town, right? So each town should be able to go in, but bust it, right? It's the highways on one side, but on the other side it's all reservation. You can't even go in there. You can't even go in there. I was driving, I seen these signs, no trespass. I was like, God damn, they got this sewn on. Yeah. They got it sewn up on both sides. You can't even get in there, man. Go ahead.
Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world.
Yeah, and that's Israel, man. The elect of Israel. Go ahead, brother.
This is I don't think we brought this out yet. Daniel chapter 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. Right. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Right. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake.
So the elect gonna make it, man. But for the most part, most people are gonna have a hard time. And when we start talking like this, I like to look out into the park and just see the different kinds of people that are in the park and just walking around. They have no idea, man. They have no idea. Like, I know this guy I used to work with, got all kind of stuff in his basement. Toilet paper and Band-Aids, like months of it. First aid kits. I know where I'm gonna be. I know where I'm gonna be. You know, if the Lord is willing, I can make it. I can make it there, because he live a few towns away from me. But you know, if the Lord is willing, where I can make it there, I'm gonna get there, man. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get me some Band-Aids. Is gonna be important in that time, man.
Wipes.
Yeah, Band-Aids. Little shit, little bottles of Tylenol and Robitussin. You're gonna need that shit, man. You're gonna need that shit. Yeah, you rub it like alcohol, bro, peroxide. Like, this my man Denzel said he had some cat oil. You're gonna need chapstick. Man, your lips get jacked up in the cold, man. Like, it could be one day you be straight, like, all right, it's cool, I don't need no chapstick. Then the next day you ain't even outside yet, shit's all burnt up, man. Chapstick is gonna be a delicacy in that day. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, you got it.
Matthew 24, verse 21. For there shall be great tribulation, such as was, let's say, the beginning of the world to this time, no ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened.
Right. So check this out, right? I'm thinking about this right now while the brother's reading. So the scriptures say that the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence. Right? And the kingdom of heaven, we know, is talking about the children of Israel. But the scriptures tell us about a time of Jacob's trouble. So that means this time of Jacob's trouble is going to be worse than it's been, excuse me. It's going to be worse than it was even in captivity. Imagine that, man. So it's not going to be a walk in the park, man. We can only hope that we're protected from that. Like the scriptures say that, I think it's Psalms where we're protected by his wings.
Psalm 91.
Yeah. Somebody get that. I was thinking 91, but for some reason
Psalms 91, verse 3. I'm sorry, 2. Psalms 91. Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
The snare of the fowler. A fowler is somebody that funks it up, right? Just shitting all over the place. That's Esau, man. He's gonna deliver us from the snare of the fowler, meaning he's gonna protect us from Esau, man. Even though he's out here fucking shit up and pissing and shitting all over the place, the Lord is gonna protect us from that, man. So you gotta hope it's so. You gotta hope it's so. The Lord is doing exactly what He said He was going to do. You know, it's amazing. You know, what's the elder? He stepped off for a second. It's been what? 14 years, and just to now. Bust it. An old friend of mine came to the house last night. We was now. I done talked to this dude. I done talked to him for the last month and a half. I done talked to him about every other day. We ain't spoken in years. We used to hang tough, man, back in the day. And we was chopping it up. He was like, he said, you know what scares me? He said, I want to forget all the things you used to say that was going to come to pass. He said, I want to forget it so bad, but he said, I can't forget it because it's happening exactly the way you said it. And he said, I'm pissed. He said, you're not scared? I was like, nah, I'm not scared. I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't know if you know this one. But yeah, man, he's scared, man. I like I said, I've been talking to him. So I told him, I said, I think you've been calling me because you're scared. And you don't really know what to do. He was like, nah, come on, man, you my man. I ain't gonna be just calling you. He's like, you know what? Yeah. You're right, man. You're right. But I mean, I'll call you for other things too. But I'm a little bit worried. I was like, yeah, you see. I said, this is why I tell people all the time, man. Don't be so matter of fact in what you think you know, man. He was making jokes about it when I used to talk about the RFID chip. He would make jokes about it. Oh, I don't care what the currency is. I'm gonna be getting money. If it's a chip, I'm gonna be getting chips and all that shit. Now you scared, nigga. Now you're scared. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 31. And they came unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people.
Yeah.
And they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
They will not do them, because so what he did was he tried to file for the religious exemption for the joint, right? And he asked me, so if you was to do a religious exemption, what would you say? I was like, I ain't got nothing for you, my Joe. I ain't got nothing for you, my nigga. I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you. Like that's why I said, there's other options other than the religious exemption. Why would you lie? Why would you lie? He was like, well, what am I supposed to say? I just don't want it in me? Here you go. Point blank period. I said, how far are you willing to go? He said, I'll lose my job. I said, all right, well, why does it matter what you say then? Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. If I fall for a religious exemption, I'm telling the truth. I can cite scripture and some more shit. But you lying now. You don't come to me now. He said, I know it's a sin. He said, I know it's a sin, because I'm lying. I'm not really religious. I said, well, then maybe start going to church then, man. Start going to church, talk to your pastor, whatever you got to do, man. But the problem is, your pastor gonna get that joint too. Go ahead, bro.
Hold on, let me finish up.
Oh, you got some more salaki.
And they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Right, they hear thy words, but they do them not. And the scriptures say this. To cast not your pearls before swine. At least they trample it with their feet, right? And that's important, man, because a lot of people, like for instance, right? If you let's say you hit the lottery or something. You hit the lottery for what's the lottery now these days? 600 million. Let's say you hit the number for 600 million, right? You're gonna find out you had cousins that you didn't even know. Like who are you? Oh, Uncle Freddie. Yeah, I'm Uncle Freddie's son. I'm Uncle Freddie's son. Like, damn, nigga, like I ain't seen Uncle Freddie since whenever. But that's what's gonna happen though. And they're gonna be mad that you didn't give them no bread. It's the same thing in the truth. Like you're gonna start all that people like, oh, Karab was talking about this. Let me go to him and see what that brother got for me. But I ain't got nothing for you, man. I don't got nothing for you, man.
Verse 33. And when this come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Right, then shall they know a prophet have been among them, man. Like, damn, this dude said this shit, man. And he was dead serious. And I made fun of him. Now look at me, I'm scared. Go ahead and be scared by yourself, man. Go somewhere. Get you a thermometer. Get you some soup. Go ahead, bro.
This is Zechariah 8 and 23.
He die every day, B. He shot every day. He be all right. Right.
That's your life.
Right.
This is Zechariah 8 and 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is the Jew, saying, we would go with you, for we have heard that the Most High is with you.
Right, we have heard that the Most High is with you, but nah, man, ain't enough room in this van. this van is full. Ain't no more seats in here. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
That's a great precept, man, because this is what people do. People wait until the end, man. They wait until their time is up to now want to turn themselves over to the Lord. But you're supposed to give your best days. You're supposed to give your best days to the Lord, man. While you're a young man, able-bodied, you know, you're still hooping, you know, going out and running. You can run 2-3 miles straight with no problem, you know. That's when you give your life to the Lord, not when you know, fat and used up, you know. Y'all got the same picture?
I got a real military want you when you're 21.
Yep. Great point. Great point. Great point.
All right, I got this is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 23. It says, actually 22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scornings, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you on my reproof. Behold, I will pour my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called, and ye have refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set.
Now, how has he done that? How has he stretched out his hand? How has he called? By the men of the Lord, man. By the men of the Lord that are on the highways and byways teaching his word, man. That's how the Lord is. And the proof of that, well, maybe it's not proof for most, but I'll say this: that when we're out here speaking, we don't plan this. We don't plan what to talk about. We don't. Me personally, my shows that I do, sometimes I write them. I write down scriptures, of course. I write maybe the opening statement that I want to say. But for the most part, you just out here. And the Spirit fills you up, and that's how you know that it's of the Heavenly Father, man. You like the elder said a couple of weeks ago, you go back and you watch the game film, you be like, damn, I said all that, man. I ain't even know I said that. And sometimes you'll be speaking, and you feel like you off base a little bit. Damn, am I saying the right things? And you try to get confirmation from another brother. You looking at him to see how he gonna respond to what you said. And you watch it and you realize, wow, that wasn't me. That wasn't me speaking. Go ahead, bro.
Real quick to back you up. Second Ezra 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord.
That's it. And the Lord has put those things in our mouth. So when you hear that he stretched out his hand and no man regarded, he did that by his people, man. By the men of the Lord that were on the highways and byways. And that's always how it's been. And it's always been to a degree where the masses don't listen. They didn't listen to when Noah was out there building that ark. Those people that were around him, they weren't listening to him. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 25, Proverbs 26:25.
Yep.
But ye have set at naught, O my counsel, and will none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
And really, that's the question you should be asking in this time. What do I got to do to get right with the Heavenly Father? Not how can I just escape for the moment. What can I do? What can I do to get right with the Heavenly Father? What can I do to get back in His good graces? Because that's how we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it by hopefully being in the good graces of the Heavenly Father, man. Regardless of whatever goes on in your everyday life. And he asked me, my buddy there. He asked me. He said, so you're not afraid to lose your job? You got a mortgage to pay. I said, nah, man, I'm not even thinking about that. And he said, you know, I gotta apologize to you. And I said, why? He said, you gotta understand, my logic is perfectly reasonable. I said, nah, go ahead, man, speak on. He said, I thought for sure that when your back was against the wall and your job was at risk, that you would go ahead and do it. And I was like, nah, you must not know me very well then, man. You must not know me very well. And I pray that I stay in that spirit. I say it with the utmost modesty, because I know that line of thinking is only by the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So I pray that spirit stays on me, man. You know?
That's what we said, elders. You have saying that it's like a checks and balance, because the Lord gave the example of Peter as well.
Yeah.
That the Lord said, to Peter, you will surely deny me. Peter was like, nah, I'm confident. I'm gonna keep my integrity. I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great lesson to learn. That's 101. It should be 101 to any man of the Lord, to have a checks and balances. Like the elder says, then pray that the Lord keeps that spirit on you.
Matthew 10 verse 38, and he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me, and he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
That's it, man. This is why I always say that I don't understand the life without the hope of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because that's how you can make those kinds of decisions. When you read about Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, I wish I could. I don't know why it's so much easier to remember their Assyrian names, but anyway, yeah, you're right. You're right. But when you read about them, the reason why they were so confident in their I guess, for lack of a better term, disobedience to Nebuchadnezzar, is because they had the Lord to lean on. So a life without the Heavenly Father means that anybody can take advantage of you. Anyone can make you do anything they want you to do, as long as they put you in a circumstance where you have no options, right? But even when you don't have any options, if the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is where you're looking to please, then all the other stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When you're trying to please the Heavenly Father, nothing matters, man. Because the scriptures tell us that this is temporal. This is temporal. It's not going to last forever, right? This is just a punishment that we have. And so when you depend on the Father, you can do anything, man. And this is what the Lord Yahweh Shai was saying. He said, these works in many shall you be able to do, right? In greater, right? But not just being able to, kill a tree because you say it. The fact that you believe in the Heavenly Father and you can tell Esau, fuck you, that's a powerful thing, man. There's people that don't have that in their life. They don't have an option. They got to do what Esau says at the end of the day if they want to eat, or they're gonna have to be relegated to stealing, and then you're putting your life in danger at that point. Go ahead.
A good example was the Maccabean brothers too.
Okay.
Yeah, the Maccabean brothers said it. They said that if we kept our integrity, we have something.
Yeah.
But he said to the
you don't have nothing to look forward to. Yeah. Moses said it this way: choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Heavenly Father than to live in pleasures of sin for a season. That's right. You got something? I'm sorry, I said like brother. Let him go first.
Jeremiah 17 verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusts in the Lord.
Right.
And whose hope.
Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, man. Why are you blessed? Because you can move. You can move about in the world and tell people, fuck you. I'm not taking nothing you tell me to take. I'm not doing nothing you tell me to do, because I'm going to put my chips in the basket of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 17 verse 7.
Yeah.
Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord,
yeah,
and whose hope the Lord is.
And whose hope the Lord is, man. That's where our hope is. Our hope is in the Heavenly Father. That's how you can make those kind of decisions and be confident about it. You know what the word confident means? Yeah, I know you know. I'm asking the students here. Huh? Yeah, con meaning with, and fide is faith. So if you have confidence, that means you have faith. You're with faith. That's right. And right? How can you can't be like even someone who's confident. Like, let's say you the baddest on the court, right? And you can't. That confidence comes from God, man. That's right. It doesn't exist without the whole concept of confidence comes from God. You know?
Faith is a gift, right?
That's it. That's it.
Ephesians 2:8.
That's it. Yeah, you got it, Elder.
Like, when I was walking down to the camp,
You want to get something? Okay, yeah.
walking down to the camp, there was a young lady. She was sitting on the bench. She says, I'm walking by. She said, can I talk to you for a minute? She's a black woman. She's like, you walk with such confidence. With such confidence. Break the word down, which I know. It makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Those who have faith walk with that confidence.
Yeah.
Walk with that spiritual upliftment. Knowing that even though we're in fucking Babylon, we're in captivity, we know and rest assured that our faith is resting in our wash and our shine. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
If I may add, I think of a basketball player. So a basketball player, he needs to have faith in his ability to play. The moment he loses his faith in his ability to play, he lost the game because he ain't gonna play. His whole game is screwed up. But that's very true. Very true. But even with guys in the truth, you know that the moment you lose your faith, that's why the Lord made a lot of emphasis on faith. Even now when he told Peter, come into the water, he said, Peter, come into the water if you believe, right? And he said, oh, ye of little faith. He truly tested his faith. That's a great point. And that's where the emphasis was more. We are faith-based Israelites, man. That's right. That's
right. Job chapter 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace.
Yeah, it's freeing to think about the things to come as par for the course. Some people think of the things that come like, oh shit, we look at it as this has to happen. This has to happen in order for us to receive these things that we say we want to receive. These things have to happen, man. It's par for the course. Prerequisite is a great word. This has to happen first in order for me to get the things that I'm asking for. And that's freeing, man. That's freeing. Those people up there, we got into it. Was that last week? Man, what's Clarence? Clarence, man, he's something else, man. He's something else. Clarence is different. I met my match. I'll tell you that, Clarence. But they up there, they don't have nothing to grasp onto. They think that all you got to do is just say faith and love, and you got to hug somebody, and that's it, man. Nah, man. Get some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Yeah, man, and that's it, and that's the end of it. Nah, man. Look, to think that the elder used to say this, and he maybe I don't want to butcher your statement, but all these scriptures in the Bible, and all you think about is love. It don't make no sense. It doesn't logically make any sense. With there to be so many words, so many stories, so many letters to talk through and talk about, and all you took out of that was love.
Balance.
That's not a balance, man. That's not a balance. There's things that are happening. And one thing Clarence was saying, he was saying that's not of the spirit. That's not of the spirit. He doesn't understand what the spirit is, man. You said what?
No, I thought it was the
Oh yeah, we talking about Clarence.
Oh, okay.
Clarence is out of his mind. Yeah. Clarence was tripping, man. Clarence was tripping. But again, it's a lack of understanding. It's a lack of understanding. You gotta. This is why the scriptures say, "Lo, I come in the volume of the book." You can't pick and choose what you want to love and what you want to believe in. Right. You can't pick and choose what you want to honor in the scriptures. That ain't.
That's the Old Testament.
Yeah. You can't pick and choose what you want to believe in, man, because it's all from the Heavenly Father.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 verse 8.
Yeah.
To everything there is a season.
Yeah.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Right, 3 and 1. Yeah.
A time to be born and a time to die.
Hold on.
Then you jump down and eat.
Yeah, he read verse 1 first. Go ahead. No, you read verse 1 first. Yeah. You was reading this.
Oh, Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 verse 1.
He was reading 1.
Yeah.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Nope, you read that. Now go to 8.
I'll go to 8.
Yep.
A time to love and a time to hate.
Right.
A time of war and a time of peace.
Right. And right now, we're in a time of war, man. Like not America and Russia not the only one playing war games. The spirit and the flesh is playing war games too. We're getting ready to have the ultimate fight, the spirit and the flesh. Right? What is that?
Ephesians 6 and 12.
What is it?
Ephesians 6 and 12.
Is it 6 and 12? It was we wrestle not against. Yeah. Somebody bust that open for me. What is it? Ephesians 6 and 12.
Start at 10. 11.
He said start at 10.
Ephesians 6 verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. It's just the Lord, man, the Lord. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
So what's happening right now? When you get ready to go to war, right? And you got or let's say I always use basketball references. You in the locker room, you putting your jersey on, you getting your trunks on, whatever. You tying your sneakers. That's putting your armor on. You getting ready to go into battle. This is what we're doing. This work that we do on the highways and byways, we're putting on our armor. You know, what does it say? If you look up what it means to gird up your loins, there's like a method, right? So you had your garment went down to the foot, but there was a way you could tie it between your crotch and it would be like shorts. Right? You had that. You was the one that sent me that. Yeah. And so that's what we're doing right now. We're putting on the armor. We're girding up our loins. Right? Continue on.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right. So the wiles of the devil is right before you. Right? They're showing you what the weapon is going to be. Right? We already knew as far as the scriptures go. When you read Revelation 13 chapter, right? Now you see when you look in the news, it's here. You see the weapon, right? You see what you up against. Now you go back. You in practice and leading up to the game, right? And you're running your suicides, you're running plays. Okay, this how they coming. This right here. So we gotta you gonna be on the wing. You working on your game to fight against that enemy. You know.
That's another reason why a lot of sports teams they watch film.
That's right. They get ready. Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High.
The whole armor of the Most High. They don't have the whole armor of the Most High. And I think I'm on base when I say that they don't think America's gonna be destroyed, man. They don't think America's gonna be destroyed. And if let's say they did, they don't think it's gonna happen in the next few minutes. Obviously it's a wicked place. It's gonna, of course. But they don't know.
Or they
don't know.
They say every empire had its time.
Right. Right. But this is the biggest of them all.
They don't have a significance.
Right. This is the biggest of them all. They didn't read them scriptures. They don't know who the whore is. Right. They don't know who that whore is that sitteth on the beast. That's this bitch. Is it right? You like that one, huh? That's this bitch, man. You know, but they don't know that. And I thank the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that we had apostles that he put the spirit on to teach us, man. You know, to teach us the scriptures and what they meant. I remember before I got into the truth, not much long before I got into the truth, I was trying to read the Bible. And I started right at the beginning, Genesis 1:1. And I read it, I probably got up to Genesis, the 4th or 5th chapter. I said, man, I can't read this shit. I closed it and I put it away. And it's funny how much understanding I got from 2 or 3 videos watching from the apostles. And I went back and I was like, okay. I remember the first time I was at work. It's funny, man. I used to break out my Bible in the weirdest times, man. I'm in the middle of work. The machines is running. I got my Bible out, reading Proverbs and all of that. And I read Proverbs, man. I said, man, yeah. This is right. You know, this because you know this, and then I started working things out in my mind, and that was a freeing time, man. It was a freeing time. I remember those days, man, like they were yesterday. I remember. You used to be able to. You might be able to still do it, but you used to be able to send direct messages on YouTube, like a DM type thing. And I remember sending a message to that first Great Millstone channel, asking where they were. And I ain't think they was gonna respond, man. To be honest. And I seen that email, looked at my phone, shit, I ran to the side, read that shit. He was like, he said, yeah, if you're in the Massachusetts area, it's gonna make a man out of you to come here week after week. But I did it, man. Got on that train, $160 a week. Get on that fucking train, $80 there, $80 back. Get on that train, man. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 39 verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the Lord the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy.
So you gotta understand, I was a young man, and my father had a big influence in my life, man. I told him I was getting ready to, get on the train to go to New York. He was like, "Yo, hey man, you gonna be going all the way out to New York? Them city blocks, them ain't no regular size city blocks. You don't even know where they at." I said, "Yeah, I know, but I said I'll be all right. I think I'll be all right." I said, "All right, man, go ahead, man, go ahead." So I get on the fucking train, man, and then you get into it's not Grand Central Street. What's that? It's Penn Station right there on 34. Is it Penn Station? So I get there and I just start walking, man. Then I look up and it said 34th. I said, "Oh shit, I'm right underneath 34." So I start walking up the stairs, long ass stairway. If it was like a dream, like a dream, because the sun was at the top of the stairwell, so I'm running up the stairs. You get your little trot, going up the stairs, and boom. As soon as I get to the top of the steps, it was right across the street. Right across the street. I remember them times, man. I remember those days. And what else could I have been doing in my life? Nothing, man. Nothing. So I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua allowed us to hear this word, man. I'm grateful. Hey, who's reading? Go ahead, bro. Tear it up.
Ecclesiastes 39 verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the Lord the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy. He will keep the saying of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secret in great sentences and be conversant in dark parables.
That's right, man. Conversing in dark parables, man. You start to think about them, you start to understand them. That's the spirit of the Lord working with you, man. But it's a beautiful time to be in, man. America about to be destroyed, man.
That's right.
You know how it feels good that we've been saying it all these years, and it's gonna happen. That's a good feeling, man. That's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. America's on its way out, and we on our way up. We on our way up. The Lord is gonna make a kingdom out of us, man. Right? Like the elder apostle Gabar said, the kingdom of Yahushua, right? And we hope to be joint heirs with the Lord Yahushua and become a kingdom, man. We're gonna become a kingdom. The scripture said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. He's gonna take these little stones, these measly pebbles, and make a great building out of it, man, and a kingdom out of it, man. I don't know what to say, man.
I got something.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Psalm chapter 37, verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Right. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb.
Yeah, they will be cut down like the grass, man. That's gonna happen, man. That's gonna happen. Like all the wickedness on earth is gonna be washed away. That's why when it says in Revelations that there will be no more tears, No, yeah, it says that because all the things that are causing sorrow are going to be wiped away, man. Oh, the water, brother. You want something? The water, bro. I appreciate it. All those tears are going to be wiped away, man. Like, it's going to be washed away like a bad dream. What's that? Somebody get Job 20:4. I think it is. Job 20:4.
The Lord was called the physician.
Yeah.
A true physician addresses the cause of the problem.
Yeah. What's that doctor's name that said, nah, that said the white people got to be exterminated? Yeah, what's my man's name, man? Did they kill his ass?
No. He definitely got fired.
Yeah. He said, it's the only conclusion I could come to. and it's right, man. The Lord Yahweh Shai feel the same way. The Lord Yahweh Shai, he was in the spirit when he said that. No. What did I say, Job 24?
Yeah.
Job 20:4.
Yeah.
Job 24. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon him?
Yep.
On earth. Yep. That the triumph of the wicked is short. The joy of the hypocrite before a moment.
Right. Their time is coming to, what's that? Said it was Job 14?
Verse 5. Yeah.
Yeah, hit me with that. Yep.
Job 14.
Yeah. Am I right? Job 14? Yep.
Job chapter 14, verse 5.
Yeah.
And it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bound that he cannot pass.
Right. And we right up on the edge of them bounds, man. We right on the edge of them bounds. Like even simple things like this, like you like when the elder was telling that story about how he walked with confidence. You know, Esau, they frown on that. They frown on a so-called, let me say it this way, they frown on the Israelite man having confidence, right? Like having it takes a level of confidence to tell your mother if she's wrong about something. We all been mama's boys, man. And to tell your mom, like, look, mom, you're not right about this. That sets you up on your way to manhood, man. And some of us didn't have those moments until a couple of years ago, you know. And that's just being that kind of man, just being a man to direct and be no, we're not doing it this way, we're going to do it this way. Like, just being a man, all the things that are frowned upon in this world, we're going to be able to do them, man. That's right. We're going to be able to do them. Go ahead.
I was going to get the doctor's name. I think it's Kamul Camben.
That's him.
Yeah, legend.
That's him.
The man, the myth, the legend.
You see, he was dead serious too, man. He looked. You know, he was talking to the crowd, but he looked down. He said, "I come to the conclusion. I come to the conclusion that that's the only thing that can happen is that we exterminate all white people. They are the root of the problem, man."
Obadiah.
Yeah.
Old book, old chapter.
So, Job the 20th chapter. They gotta go, man. They gotta go. They gotta go so that we can grow our own lettuce.
Raise our children.
And raise our children. And marry our wives. And to experience what it really feels like to have a woman really love you. We don't know what that is, man. We don't know what that is. I told my lady, like, don't be over here telling me you love me. I'm not the only nigga you done been around. What you mean? Don't tell me that. You gonna really feel love from a woman, right? You gonna be able to leave your house and go build a city somewhere and not worry about somebody touching your kids, man. Or needing a permit, or needing a goddamn permit.
And if you don't believe us, go ask your local, what do we call that? Hamala Junior's gas station, man. I had a talk with one of them. He said, I said, yeah, your religion allows you, couple wives. He said, yeah, buddy, but not in America. He said, hey, where I'm from, women are sweet, they're kind, I could have 2, 3 wives, but here in America, he's like, he just looked at me just defeated. Like,
You don't want to lose that gas station.
But you know what's crazy about that statement, right? Their women come here and they change overnight.
That was the point.
They change overnight.
Babylon, that's the point.
That's right. Yeah. So we're gonna be able to to live in castles, man. Yeah, you're gonna be able to give your mom a house. You know Jake, that's Jake's dream, man. To buy their mother a house. You're gonna set your mom up in a castle, man. And she's gonna be like, "This mine, baby. Oh, this is mine." Like, go ahead, go in the kitchen. Go look at the kitchen, man. Look at what the marble we don't put in there. We don't put some marble. Yeah, man. Yeah, we don't put some marble in there for you. New pots and pans, all that shit, man. Like, yeah, but you know what I'm saying, bro. Come on, brother. Carry the dream with me, brother. Carry the dream with me, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 60, and I'm jump at verse 9. It says, "Surely the owl shall wait for me, the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver."
What's that?
Isaiah 60.
That's what I thought. Go ahead, bro.
It says, "Surely the owl shall wait for me, the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he had glorified thee."
That's it.
And the son.
So like it says in Romans, when he gets glorified, we're gonna be glorified. Man.
That's right.
He have glorified thee.
That's right.
We're gonna be a kingdom, man. We're gonna be a kingdom. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 10. And the sons of...
You ready to be in the kingdom of heaven? Say it again.
She said she's Muslim.
You gonna, it don't matter what your religion is, you're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. Or you gonna the next kingdom to come.
Challenge help with assault to my neck.
Yeah.
Almost died.
You ain't gonna have to cry no more either. You ain't gonna have to cry no more. The Lord Yahweh Shai is gonna wipe your tears away.
Jesus offered me a check for $68,000, and I exposed the nation. And I'm 2 inches from having a stroke, brother. I'm going so much.
Yeah, your tears gonna be wiped away.
And
your tears gonna be wiped away.
The
We feel
signs
your
of
pain.
God is here.
Say it again.
The signs of God laugh. God laughs. Everybody be walking around high, different on the blind. Everything high when the ground is coming apart. Everything the government hide in the dark, God has brought it to the light.
That's right.
After hurricanes, floods, diseases, and when you tell the truth, it's like a disease that you have to lock up. But when God's wrath comes, ain't nothing your president gonna do, your mother gonna do, your father gonna do, everybody.
That's right.
Because when Adam and Eve fight that thing in heaven, he said, "Let's battle, devil, let's make earth. And see if you're gonna make them, or you're gonna make me." And God's wrath is here.
That's it.
And Prophet Isa and Jesus gonna be walking the earth.
That's right. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Revelation. 21 and...
That's the nation of Israel right there.
Come on.
That's the woman that Israel saw crying. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of, matter of fact, I'm going to start at 1. Revelation 21 and 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Lord out of the heaven, prepared as a bride adorned from her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of the Lord is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Lord himself shall be with them and be their power. And the Lord shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away."
She said the wrath of the Lord is here. That's what she said, man. That's what she said. She's right. She's right. Go ahead.
Isaiah 13 verse 12. Isaiah chapter 13 verse 12. And it reads verse 11. "I will punish the world for the evil, the wicked for the iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the power to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible."
That's it, man. That's it. We on our way.
Isaiah 61. Isaiah 61 and 1. "The Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek, and he hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prisons of them that are bound."
And we're the captives, so we're here to proclaim their liberty. So we're here to let them know that you are free. The shackles have been taken off, and the Lord is about to raise us up and make a kingdom out of us, man. man, that's beautiful, man. Like I got a real childlike mentality sometimes. Where when I'm watching a movie that's like got a great ending, I put myself there, and I imagine I'm in the movie. And this feeling is better than that, man. Better than that. The Lord's about to destroy America, man. That's right. He's about to destroy this place.
Isaiah 51 verse 14, the captive exile hasted that he may be loosed and that he should not die in the pit, so that his bread should fail.
That's it, man. I don't want to die. You want to die here? I do not want to die here, man. I do not want to be down here when the missiles are hitting. Take me out of here. You know, when the scriptures say, "Come up out of her, my people," I want to come up out of her. When it's time, man. When the time comes, I want to get out of here, man. You said, bro?
Anybody that dies over here dies the death of an Edomite.
That's a great point.
So that means that all the sins that the so-called white man has done, all the rape, robbing, the abominable sins, the homosexuals, you're dying the same death. You know, you're dying by thermonuclear fire. You're dying with fire, just like this devil's dying. It's a horrible way to go. You know, that one was crazy.
Isaiah 26 verse 20, come, my people, enter down into thy chambers, and shut thy door about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the day should be overpassed. For behold, the Lord Yahweh shall come out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall dispose of blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
Yeah, right.
Yo, go ahead, bro. You can speak.
Yeah, man. So that's it. You know, and you got people that say, oh, you know, if you get burned by thermonuclear fire, it will be a quick death. But, you know, you got to suffer as well the indignation, the shame that comes with dying the death of a cracker, man. Yeah, the death of a cracker, that's shameful, man. You know, because this man, you know, has gone out and committed all kinds of abominable deeds, man. All kinds of abominations, man. You know, this devil's mind is endless. You know, but you know, we that have faith, you know, we know that the elect, you know, is a handful of few. We know that not everybody's gonna take heed to the warning as well. So, you know, there's gonna be a lot of people that have to fit that lot of being destroyed. You know, we always say it, but that's what the scriptures say: make your calling and election sure, man. You know, because there's a lot of people that have to fit that law, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. All right.
Isaiah 13 verse 12 and it's verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined to them shall fall by the sword.
Right. These thermonuclear missiles, they ain't gonna care whether you're a baby, whether you're old, whether you're young, whether you were a captive. They're not gonna care, man. They're gonna burn your ass, man. Right? Because that's the ultimate judgment. That's a second death. The first death was by the way of water. Now the second death is through fire and brimstone, man. So they're not gonna care. You know, and these Russians, you know, as well with China and every other nation that can throw a nuclear missile, not gonna care whether there's children, whether there's old, feeble. They're gonna launch these nukes, man. You know, every nation that has a nuclear capable power is going to launch nuclear missiles to America, man. Right. Revelation, the 18th chapter, tells you the end game for America as well.
That's right. The children also shall dash to pieces before the eyes. Right. The houses shall be spoiled, and the rife ravaged.
Right.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
Yeah, that's these Russians. Go ahead.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
Right.
We shall not become silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
They shall not delight in it. I just read an article where Vladimir Putin said that he's counted the cost. He said that pretty much the odds are in his favor. And he's completely right about that because prophecy backs what he's saying.
Yeah, backs him up.
Now, this is the same man that at one point said that prophecy was on his side. And he's completely right. We filter everything through the scriptures, man. You know? Everything that's on this planet is a creation by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Whether you're a heathen or an Israelite, right? So all the Lord's creation is in tune as to what the Lord's getting ready to do.
So you best believe that these heathens have an incline or a feeling as to what's coming, man. Why? Because the Heavenly Father already ordained it, and they're part of the Heavenly Father as well. So they're under the vibration. It's like, you know, when you create something, right? You make something, and you know the outcome of what you want to do with it. You know the outcome of what you want to do with it. You're going to organize those pieces accordingly, you know, so that, you know, when that time comes, X, Y, and Z could be done, or what you want to do with it. That's exactly what the Lord's done with China, Russia, all the way from World War I to World War II, the Iron Curtain, all the succession of events happened because the Lord was gearing everything up for one sole purpose, which to basically rain nuclear fire in America, man. You know? God, I got you, man.
It says, thou but also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
Right.
The eyes shall not spare children.
Yeah.
And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms.
Yeah, Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, because this is the place where everybody thinks that the streets are paved with gold, man. But when you come here, little do you know, you're going to be worked to the bone till you die, man. All right? Go ahead.
In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High Yahweh Shemeshai overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right, because Sodom and Gomorrah was made examples as to how not to live. But America has pretty much taken on all the philosophies of Sodom, Gomorrah, every single kingdom, the Babylonians, every single kingdom that have come before have all taken hold here in America, man. This is one big conglomerate part of all these philosophies, ancient philosophies, man. You know, Sodom and Gomorrah was known for homosexuality. You know, America backs up homosexual. You can't even say something against a homosexual because it's going to be called hate speech, right? You're going to be thrown in jail. You see? But we're pointing the finger. We're holding you accountable because you say you're a God-fearing nation. Americans pride themselves on being God-fearing, right? You know, the president swore upon the Jefferson Bible, right? But at the same time, you had the devil Biden swore upon the Bible, and he was writing right after he swore upon it. He started writing rights to protect homosexuals, man. You know, but that's how we know, man. That this is Satan's seat, right? Satan being the so-called white man. He's the adversary, which, you know, he's going against everything that's ordained by the Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Go ahead.
Verse 20, and it says, verse 19, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency.
Right, the glory of kingdom, because all kingdoms are made rich through America, man. All these kingdoms, Americans are nothing but consumers. So all these kingdoms bring their merchandise over here, their goods. All the factories are abroad, man. So America pretty much gives the bread to all these kingdoms, man. You know, what good are you if you sell drugs, but you ain't got no one to buy the drugs, man? You're worthless, right? So America has made all these kingdoms flourish in a way, right? Because Americans consume. But that's what the scriptures say in Revelations, that the kingdom will stand afar off, right? Weeping from they're seeing America afar, being destroyed, right?
It says, it shall never be inhabited.
Yep.
Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Right, America's gonna be a desert wasteland, man. A desert wasteland. You're not gonna know where Massachusetts was at a point. You're not gonna know where New York was. You're not gonna know where all these states. The scriptures talk about the line of border, the confusion, right? Where you're not gonna know where things were at in America, man. That's the end goal for this battle. You know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, and that's a true saying. America was raised up, you know, just to be destroyed. That's right. Go ahead.
It says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
That's right.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch the tent there.
Yep.
Neither shall the shepherd make fold there.
Yep.
But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there.
Yep.
And the houses shall be full of doleful creatures.
Yep.
And owls shall dwell there.
Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna come to America, to this place no more to pretty much
reinvent, you know.
Pretty much to build up some wealth so they can go back and take it to their country and they can build a house. That's what a lot of people do. They say, you know, I'm going to go to America,
you know, I'm gonna get some bread, I'm gonna get some money, and then I'm gonna send it back to Haiti, or I'm gonna send it back to DR, or whatever the hell you're from. You ain't gonna be able to do that shit no more, man. Right? Because this place gonna be done. You know?
It says, right after, right turn. It says, an hour shall dwell there, and Saturn shall dens there.
Yep.
The wild beasts of the islands shall cry in the desolate houses.
That's right.
The dragon in the pleasant palaces.
That's right.
And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
And her days shall not be prolonged, man. This place can't go on much longer, man, with everything that it's doing, man. America has a lot of foes, all right? You know, America's not what it used to be, man. You know? I know you're itching, Mikey. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, brother.
This Second Peter chapter 3, verse 10. And he says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
Right.
And the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Right.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right. The scriptures say that the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. And that's history repeating itself again. Because during the time of Noah, you know, people were what? People were dancing. They were nice and dandy until the rain came all suddenly, man. You know, and the same thing's going to happen again, man. History pretty much repeating itself. You know, while you busy, you know, in your festivities, because Americans love holidays, they love Folly, they find an excuse, whatever the hell it is, to pretty much celebrate, man. You know, while you're celebrating, guess what? You're gonna see nukes coming in the horizon. That's right. While you're in your watching the Patriots versus the Bucks or whatever the football team. I don't really follow football like yeah, whatever. But while you're watching your game that you love dearly, the American thing to do, right? You know, to sit down, Sunday night football, you know, beers, you know, that's all gonna go down the drain, man, with these nukes, you know, because that can't save you, you know. But you Americans are gonna find out real soon, you know. Everything that we've been saying, you know, is gonna come to pass, man. You called us buffoons, you've called us all kind of names and words, and you're gonna eat your words. Yeah, conspiracy theory, you gonna eat your words, man, because Putin, you know, he ain't playing, man. You know, but Americans, they're so concerned in their day-to-day lives that they don't study what's happening abroad, man. They're not concerned with what's happening abroad. And little do they know that everything that happens abroad affects you consumers, man, because you're the consumer. You know, whatever little skirmishes happen between China or Taiwan, which is what's going on now, guess what? That's directly affecting you, man. Because you turn around, right? You look at the back of your sweater, it's going to say made in Taiwan, made in China, made in here, made in here, made in India, made in Bangladesh, made in here. You know?
I'm going to say that China and America's fighting over Taiwan because Taiwan actually makes these certain type of chips that these cars run on.
Yeah.
They're from Taiwan now. America doesn't want. They don't want Taiwan to work with China.
Right.
So now they're going to fight for that interest.
Right.
But Taiwan's their neighbor.
Yeah. Taiwan is actually Chinese territory, right? Taiwan is part of China in a point. So I guess basically the what is the PLF? That's what it's called, the People's Liberation Army, the PLA, People's Liberation, which is the Chinese Communist Party. They don't want that American shit in their backyard, right in their land, man. The whole democracy control, they don't want that shit, man.
Hey, that's the fight too.
Yeah.
With everybody. Nobody wants democracy in their backyard.
Right.
That's why Vladimir Putin is fighting vehemently to make sure that Ukraine doesn't join NATO. Why? Because they don't want. They know what comes with joining NATO: military bases, so-called missile defense system, which can actually be used as weapons. But nobody wants a democracy on a doorstep, on their borders.
Because that's the pretense they've always been using. These crackers, before they invade, they say, George Bush, we're going to defend the democracy wherever it's needed, right? We're going to go over there and and what they're really telling you in blatant words is, nigga, we going in there, we going but they're telling you nicely, but that's the devil, man, the deceiver, man.
War in Vietnam was fought to keep communism from spreading.
Right.
North Korea to keep communism from spreading.
Right.
Well, we looking for the Lord to stop democracy from fucking spreading.
Right. That's just the poison, man.
Wickedness to stop spreading.
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin said it. He said, we've been patient with America, and it happened. And it's that time is gonna come in which the angels are gonna give that decree, that green light, that the elect is sealed,
right?
And it's okay for these nations to match that book.
That's it.
Habakkuk 2:5. Yeah, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and as death cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah, he don't want to stay at home. He wants to go and get in Taiwan's business, get in India's business. You got China trying to build, they made man-made islands, artificial islands, which basically serve as like, military bases. And Esau's throwing a hissy fit. He's throwing a hissy fit about what the hell the Chinese build off of their own goddamn territory, man. He's trying to tell them they can't fish. They fighting over fishing lands in the south, and it's called the South China Sea for a reason. But Esau wants to be all up in fucking everybody else's business, man. You got them Hamites that are starting to wake up to the fact that Esau is using them for their natural resources. All right, and they want the so-called white man out of there, man.
I seen a video of these two Hamites talking to this Edomite British guy. They took a cord like a whip and started whipping him. To get back in the pickup truck.
Yeah.
Why are you hurting him? Stop it! They stop hitting him.
Yeah.
They took it in the truck and drove off. The other one kept whipping him. The other one drove off.
That time is coming in which the tables is finna turn around, man. And you got different nations that are waking up to the fact that they've been given an unfair deal. Been given an unfair. We just keep reading the Habakkuk, bro. Keep reading the Habakkuk, Bubba Kasha.
But you know what? That's what lead up to Ezekiel 38. Because you mentioned about the Hamites. So when you go to Ezekiel 38, the Lord says he's going to hook into that jar, which is Magog, which is modern day Russia. And then he mentioned all these other nations that are going to follow after Russia to join them to form a big coalition army against America. When he says Ethiopia, Libya, and all those other nations, man. And that's what's gonna take place. This is all the prophecy that's leading up to that big Third World War that's about to come, man. All these nations gonna fall pursuit after Russia. Because Russia gonna be the main guy that's gonna lead the battle to the forefront against here Babylon.
They gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, because you had the Iron Curtain. Right after the Iron Curtain, you had the fall of the USSR, right? And everybody thought, that's it. That was the end of pretty much the end of the spirit of Mother Russia, right? Now you got the spirit coming back through this guy Vladimir Putin. Yes. He's putting the spirit of Mother Russia, and he say ain't no fucks given. We ready for you, man. America, you want to come through? You come over here trying to back up Ukraine. You gonna see. You gonna see.
That's where they draw the line.
Yeah.
Ukraine, Poland. Yeah. They draw the line there, man.
Yeah.
They're not gonna sit.
But he also mentioned that the prophecies is on his side, man. And that's going back to that confidence, man. Hey, the Lord putting the spirit on these other kings and nations to fulfill His will, And that's His will is going to be the destruction of Babylon the Great,
Okay, the destruction of themselves, man.
That's right.
All these heathens think that China thinks that she's gonna be the next superpower. She got next.
China. Oh yeah, they said that China and Russia is ahead of them in hypersonic missile technology.
Yeah, it's a fact, but that's biblical prophecy because it was prophesied that those nations would destroy this place, man. So America's Patriot, which is a defense missile, basically technology, is going to get overwhelmed by the super hypersonic missiles that these groups are going to shoot on this place, right? Along with those goddamn Russians, right?
If I may ask something, we had did a lesson on showing you how the Chinese hypersonic missiles, they actually move now. They just don't hit the target straight. They're able at hypersonic speeds to dodge the Patriot.
And that's overkill because they don't even need that. Right. But them 22 million missiles got to get through. Give me what you got, bro.
If I may mention, that's a biblical prophecy in Joel. None shall break their ranks. The Lord's going to have His right hand controlling these missiles. The Spirit. I got an article from RT. The headline reads, U.S. believes Putin wants to restore Soviet Union.
Ezekiel 38.
Yeah, I got you.
Ezekiel 28.
America's top diplomat makes sweeping claim ahead of security negotiations. The U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has said that Russia is eyeing restoration of the Soviet Union, which is, in his opinion, unacceptable and should be addressed.
Now, what Vladimir Putin did was he started it wasn't a non-aggression pact, but it was basically an alliance with those old Soviet Union states, man, that made sense for everybody, man. All right, those old Balkan states. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, go on. He offered no evidence to support his assertion. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has said that Russia is eyeing a restoration of the Soviet Union, which is, in his opinion, unacceptable and should be addressed.
I mean, see, it's none of your business. If they want to, what America did was get Mexico and Canada. All right, but look at NATO. When you look at hold on, bro. When you look at what NATO is, all right, the acronym North American Atlantic Treaty, the whole purpose of NATO was in defense for Russia. All right, so it would only be wise for Russia to align themselves up against NATO. They're naturally born enemies, man. Go ahead, bro.
Continue. I got a couple more paragraphs. Russian President Vladimir Putin was driven by the desire to restore the old USSR. I think that's right. I think that's one of Putin's objectives, and is to re-exert the sphere of influence over countries that previously were part of the Soviet Union.
That's what he said in his book, because he was an old CIA, not CIA, KGB. CIA is American, basically the American equivalent, right? Yep. But he said one of the biggest miseries in his life was watching the fall of the Soviet Union. So he was young, coming up during that time, and now he's in power to this day. So if that's one of his biggest miseries, then one of his greatest accomplishments that he could complete is to bring that old Soviet Union, and that's that old spirit, the Heavenly Father rousing up those old spirits, all right, to do His will, man. Go ahead.
It says he was driven by desire to restore the USSR spirit.
Yeah, that's that spirit. That desire is that spirit to do what? To gather up his, because that's what you do in war, man. If you're a wise man, you see the war coming. What you're gonna do is you're gonna set your men up in strategic places, strategic locations, get things that your country needs to sustain itself in a military conflict. All right, defend yourself. All right, you know you need oil. You know, what you say, bro? Food. You know, train rails. Rails. All right, so that's what Vladimir Putin, and that's what the nations is doing. Why? Because the Spirit of the Lord ordained them to. What does it say in the book of Joel? Get Joel chapter 3, verse 9.
Joel 3, verse 9. And he says, proclaiming this among the Gentiles, people of war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up.
Yeah, prepare war, and that's what they're doing. All the mighty men, the drafts is popping up. You know, they're expanding their militaries. They're expanding their military budget. You know, joint military exercises. These are the things that's going on in the world, right underneath the world's neck. Like the brother said, while Americans are consumed with the movies, all right, the distractions, sports, bread and entertainment, man. But the men of the Lord that are upon their towers, they're watching, all right, for these signs and for these tokens. Why? Because we're hastening the day of our Lord and Savior, and the Lord told us to do what? To measure the time diligently. All right, so we got to look at these events, all right, and come out on the highways and byways and warn our people of these things, of these swords. Go ahead.
Beat your plowshare into sword, and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yeah, that's why they're taking the things that, you know, America is talking about this Build Back Better program, but these other nations, man, they're getting ready for war. They're sharpening up their missiles, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, beat your plowshare into sword, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong.
Yeah, nations that once would never lift up a hand toward America, they now saying, bring it, man. You know, Vladimir, that guy Ahmadinejad said it. You know, he said it with confidence, man. That, you know, and we waiting for Americans to come. We got a mass graves dug up for you when you get over there. He said it with confidence, man. Kim Jong-un ain't playing around. Rocket Boy, call him Rocket Boy. He ain't playing around when they launching off those thermonuclear missiles. You know, doing their little test runs. They're doing test runs for a reason. But why? These Cold Wars are going to turn hot.
That's right.
You know? Real quick, this is the last paragraph. So he went to say that the U.S. considers such a wish unacceptable as the world of spheres of influence was a recipe for instability. See, America is not the police of the world, man. You know? We get into the point where you Americans can no longer tell people what to do, man.
That's right.
Why? Because your skirts is being lifted up. We looking at you so-called white people with a twisted eye, man. You ain't as smart as we all thought you was out to be, man. Your science is off, man. You got grown scientists telling you that there's multiple genders, man. That's off. You know, your education system, it ain't all cracked up. It's not looking as good as we thought it was, man. Your religion, you know, everything is being exposed, man. Everything is being exposed. A recipe for conflict, a recipe that could lead to world. Yeah, you talking bad like a recipe for conflict, like you really like built like that. America ain't built like that, man. Them kids over there in the Middle East, they chopping off necks. They doing one of these numbers, you know. They walking around with AK. Little kids, man. These little kids are frail. Americans are frail as hell, man. When they send their kids off the war, they don't expect their kids to come back. Like those Kamasaki warriors, they got like a ritual.
Oh, the kamikaze.
You know, kamikaze. They got like a ritual. They was sent off, man. When them kids go off the war, you know, in Americans, you hope to come back. You kiss your kids and you hope to see little Tommy, you know, come back. You know, but little Tommy ain't gonna come back, man, because you Americans are gonna die overseas, as you should. And then ultimately, the Heavenly Father is gonna get rid of every last one of you. Right.
That there was some soldiers hiding under the table with the windows and shots. They still have it on YouTube. He was crying like, dude, Lord, please. He was saying Psalms chapter 5, verse 20. Now they believe in the scriptures now.
Now they believe in the scriptures.
Mind you, here in the U.S., it's so bad that they're getting rid of soldiers for that jump shot that they're talking about bringing in the draft for the women. So here you have the Russian Army commercial, which is them waking up, going through the cold, preparing, and then the U.S. Army commercial is a chick having two moms.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Ezekiel 38, verse 1, and it says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the lady of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus said the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaw, and I will bring thee forth in all thine armies, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed with all of sort of armor, even a good company with buckler and shield, all of them handling sword. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya.
Persia is Iran. Iran is Persia. Ethiopia, they got a military pact. Russia has a military base in Ethiopia. All right, Libya. That was one of Vladimir Putin's worst decisions, allowing NATO to go in and tear up Libya like that, because they had interest, all right, in Libya. All right, but the so-called white men destroyed that place, man.
This is on Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmets. Gomer in all his band, the house of Togomar.
Yeah, that's Turkey, which is supposed to be a part of NATO, right? But we know through the prophecy that the scriptures say, they that eat that bread. Give me that real quick, Obadiah. Obadiah was it 1 and 8? They that eat that bread.
1:7. Yeah. Obadiah 1 verse 7. All the men of that confederacy, have brought thee into the border. The men that are peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat that bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Yeah, now when you look up that word confederacy, what's that word saying?
A league or alliance, especially of Confederate states.
Yeah, so now when you have Turkey being in league, all right, with America as a form of NATO, you had America throwing a hissy fit because Turkey went to Russia to get the S-300 missile defense system, and NATO wanted them to get the Patriot missile. But you had the scientists do the analysis, and they compared the Patriot defense mechanism to the S-300, which is a Russian missile defense mechanism, and it's way better and way more advanced. And then Russia went and doubled down and got the S-400.
Right.
Then they went and doubled down on that and got the S-500. While the Patriot, that shit don't even work. They got all kind of missiles. They tested in Alaska. All kind of missiles was getting through.
Got something real quick, you don't mind?
Go ahead.
This is from an article, it's uawire.org, and it reads, Iranian president...
Yeah, so the Patriot missile defense system ain't gonna save you damn devils, man. Once Russia get to launching those nuclear missiles.
Right.
Once North Korea get to launching those nuclear missiles.
Right.
Once China get... Because you Americans think everything's a fucking game. You don't think nothing's gonna get hot. But it is, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Go back to the article. This is uawire.org. It says Iranian president calls on Putin to fight back together against the U.S.
Yeah, that's that alliance, man.
Okay, if I may add two things, because the U.S. ended up hitting Turkey with sanctions over that deal because they got mad, and secondly, the country of Iran is still mourning over their general. Still mourning over him. The loss of him.
War is revenge is in these heathens' hearts, man. There's a lot of things that have been done to these heathens that, these heathens are forced to use that mind control over Debo right now. They know deep down inside they just wanna do something versus this bully, right? But what they gotta do is Crob's going into you reading that article, bro?
Oh, I was going to jump to another one real quick. Read on. This is KXXV. It says Iran, Russia, and China hold joint naval drill. And this was posted 1 day ago.
Yeah.
It says Iran, Russia, and China on Friday began a joint naval drill in the Indian Ocean amid boosting security at sea. Iranian state media reports. It says State TV said 11 of the country's vessels were joined by 3 Russian ships, including a destroyer and 2 Chinese vessels.
Yeah, destroyer ain't coming to make peace, man.
Destroyer.
That's right.
It's coming to do exactly what the Normans.
Imagine the USS
all in the pudding.
Let me finish off this real quick. It says Iran's Revolutionary Guard was also participating with smaller ships and helicopters.
You got it. Yep. I got Jeremiah 50, verse 22. Yep. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Yeah, Babylon, America, which is the hammer of the earth, man. And all the hammer knows is to bang shit, and that's what she does, man. She goes around the whole earth, just destroying, killing, raping, and robbing. Setting up flags, setting up embassies. America has the most embassies around the whole earth, man. Navy bases. And then these drunk sailors, they set up these Navy bases and they get drunk and they act a fool, man. They do whatever the hell they want to the local citizens, man. So there's a major pushback against that, man. America still has Navy bases in Japan and they're protesting vehemently to get them the hell out of there, man. For a while they was using an island off the island of Puerto Rico, basically as a bombing test site, man. They launched just dropping all kind of bombs on that island, man. Bikini Island. No SpongeBob.
That's why they make those cartoons. You see what I'm saying? They know that they fucked up the coral reef around there. They know that they messed up the natural wildlife down there in the ocean, and that's why they made that silly ass cartoon about that, man. They was making light of the situation that they dupes.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Sounds about Edomitish.
Go ahead, bro. Yep, verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon.
Hey, that snare is that power that you think that you're gonna obtain, man. You think that your kingdom is gonna last forever, man.
Yep.
You know, and that snare is laid for you in the Middle East. Because you think that Iran is the mother lode of oil beds. So you think that you're just gonna they had that plan to invade. I forgot how many countries it was to invade Libya, Syria. Yeah, it's all. But it's all in his head, man. All this is all. Albert Pike talked about this, man. Decades ago, centuries ago. You know, this is all a plan that Esau has in trying to control and rule the earth, man.
Yeah, man. If I may add, you had Aaron Russo say how Nick Rockefeller said the same thing, how they were going to make up an imaginary boogeyman in the Middle East so that they can continuously go in there.
Hey, and that's where that snare is set, man.
Yep.
Where you thinking you're going to go, it's going to be business as usual. Because what makes America go is the petrodollar. All right, the fact that the American dollar is backed by petrol. And the fact that these other nations got to go in order to get that petrol from these OPEC nations, Iran, Saudi Arabia, in order for the American dollar strives off the fact that these other nations have to depend on the American dollar, all right, to buy their things. And the American dollar is not backed by anything else besides the petrol. And what these politicians do, not the politicians, it's the international bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller. They'll print money at will, and what that does is it inflates the dollar. It makes the dollar useless.
Inflation.
It causes inflation. That's why when we was growing up, you could go to the store, get a teeny juice, 25 cents. $1 will get you a teeny juice, a bag of chips, a little 50 Snickers bar, or you could mix and match. Now $1 don't get you nothing, man.
I was gonna say America also lied to these nations about the dollar. These cars you buy, these European cars, they use the dollar to import these cars from over there to here, and you're using a dollar, and they're not unwilling, knowingly that they're buying into something that doesn't have any value.
Yeah.
Japan, you're buying TVs from China with a dollar, but yet you have the dollar and they got your TV, but it's not worth anything. They traded you a rock.
Right.
You know, they duped you.
Right. That's right. So without that petrol, without that control, the American economy collapses overnight because America doesn't produce anything. America used to be during the time of the industry revolutionary, in the revolutionary age, Ford, America. But even then, see, when you had the Second World War, what America did was destroy everybody else's economy. Germany was an emerging economy. Likewise was Japan. Those were emerging economies. But after the American War, that's how you had the baby boomers. It was a good time in America to leave it to Beaver because America was the sole empire of the world. But that's the reason why world wars start, because you have other economies that try to emerge, but America wants to be the bully. Now this time you got China trying to emerge. You got Russia trying to come back. You got India. All right, their economy is exploded, but America is going to try to. Esau's going to cry about his birthright, and he'll stop at nothing to maintain his power.
If I may mention too, going back to the dollar, back in those times, at the bottom of the dollar it says you can trade in
redeem
by gold or silver.
I think that was Wilson who allowed that act. They met down in Jekyll Island, basically to take the dollar off of the. It was backed by because that. A dollar is supposed to be a receipt for gold. That's what money is. Money is a receipt for gold.
To the bank, get your bills of Roosevelt.
All right, and then you had these cars arts that were seeing that people would take you had the goldsmiths. Give me James real quick. I want to keep going.
James 5.
Yeah, James 5.
James 5 and 1.
Yeah, James 5.
Yep. James 5 verse 1.
Yep.
Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
Now, who's the rich man? Going back to Lazarus and the rich man was Esau Edom. Now, when you look at it deeper, you can see that Jacob's Rothschild and his 5 sons. When you go into the book of Genesis, it talk about Esau and the 5 dukes. All right, the dukes of Edom. That was Esau coming back in the reincarnation. So when when Esau is coming back into this world, he's taking back rulership over everything. That rich man that the scriptures is talking about the elites. All right, the Rothschilds, right, which goes back to what? Red Shield, all right, in the German. Okay, so go ahead, bro. It says, yep.
Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
Yep.
Your riches are corrupted, your garments are moth-eaten, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire.
Yeah, the riches are corrupted. Why? Because the money is worthless, man. So it's basically it's monopolized, it's polluted, it's corrupted, it's not worth nothing. All right, and the fact that, see, it's all an illusion. But once people wake up to the game that's being played, and these other nations, they're already hip to what America is doing, and they're working, they figure out ways to circumvent the American dollar. But the American nation is so filled with consumerism, the drivers, they get up every day and they go chase that dollar. That alarm clock goes off, and you gotta grind for that dollar. You can know that it's not worth nothing. That's not gonna stop the fact that you gotta get up and go work. But when it all comes crashing down, like the house of cards, like a house that's built off of sticks, when that big bad wolf comes and blows this bitch down, everything's gonna be exposed, man. And you're gonna see this. The devil is the devil for a reason, man. He played everybody, man.
Just even going back to, like you mentioned about the dollar and the gold, you know, they made it where it's like you couldn't carry gold on, you can have it in your house because it's so valuable. So what they say, oh, come drop it off at our banks, we're gonna give you this receipt. But that's just you taking it to the thief. And guess what?
So you take all your gold and you go. It was a goldsmith. You bring your gold to the goldsmith, and they'll put it away in the safe. And what they would do is they would give you a receipt for how much gold you had. That receipt turned into money. And instead of people, you did work for me, instead of me going to get the gold and bringing it to you, I give you the receipt. That way you can go and you can redeem the gold, and that's what money is, man. Money in the ancient, that money to us was substance, man. Cows, you know, lambs, land, slaves, you know, that's substance, man. Money in this society has become a piece of paper that people, they'll kill you over it, man. And the same people that will kill you over that money, they don't have the things that we call substance. There's a nigga in the projects living on Section 8 housing that'll kill you over a piece of paper. This nigga don't got a piece of land, a window, a pot to piss in, and a window to throw it out, man. He don't own no cows or no donkeys or no actual gold. This nigga walking around with
40% gold plated.
And he'll kill you for a piece of paper. That's why they'll kill you for some sneakers, man. That's why the scripture said the love of money is the root of all evil, man.
So even now they're going the route of a digital dollar,
they gonna really screw you.
That really don't got nothing back in it. It's just a number in the computer.
Don't you know it costs? Look at how much it costs to make a penny, man. I think it's like 1.4. It costs us more. That's how you know it's all bullshit. It doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing, man. What did it say? It costs more money than a penny than it costs to make the goddamn penny. That doesn't make sense, man. That's how you know it's all just a game. You know, and Esau can't pull back. You got it? No, this ain't it, right? It says it costs 2.1 cents.
That's it.
Read that, bro.
A penny costs 2.1 cents to make in 2021.
How are you logical? How are you international? How you go to school for banking and go to school for economics? How you gonna try to tell me about economics, right? And then y'all all down in the federal building, you know, it costs you guys 2 cents to make one fucking penny, man.
That's hustling back.
What school? What, like? Where does that rot, man? I had this one chick. She was like, you know, the government we paying taxes and the government ain't paying their bills on time, and they want us to pay our bills on time. It's basically the same principle, man. None of this makes sense. It's the Matrix, man. All we're trying to do is just splash. What's that movie, Get Out? Jake is in a sunken place. We just trying to flash that light, and that light is what made them. But the light is indicative to the scriptures, man. The Lord said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. So when you get this Bible, you get this understanding, you snap out of it.
said it's like when you buy something online with your credit card, and you need you want to refund it, but when you buy, they take your money instantly. But when you refund, it takes 4 days to get back to your account. Like what is?
But the thing is too, what they do is they take your money, like the payroll system. You get paid every 2 weeks. They do that because they keep your money inside of a bank account, and then they be playing with your money, traded it on Wall Street, doing all kind of do loans, giving out loans and stuff with interest, and they make money off your money, man. But the scriptures say a man is supposed to get paid when the sun go down. That's why you be mad as hell. You sitting there, you getting paid every 2 weeks, and you gotta wait a couple of days. You gotta borrow money. You see them commercials, you know? Oh man, I'm messed up right now. I need to pay their loan. You get paid such and such, and you want to get paid until you know they're gonna hit you with interest. But this is the world. It's a debt-consuming society because we can't afford nothing, man. Yeah, usury. And they've normalized usury, man. They normalize you living outside you because you can't live with inside you. You gotta swipe your credit card. You gotta borrow. You gotta decide what bill you're gonna pay.
And that's the highest form of usury here. Is the credit card.
Yeah.
You know,
Interest rates. You got to borrow money from this person. You got to decide what bill. Okay, this one's past due 2 weeks. They're gonna shut this one off. So let me, you know what I mean? Let me hit them with this before they do that.
Play catch up, you know.
Playing game.
Habakkuk when he's sick, right?
No, that's not Habakkuk. That's Haggai. Yeah, man, we're slaves here, man.
And they kind of force you down that direction with the credit card thing, because everything you need now, you need some type of credit.
Yeah.
You need a house. You want to buy a house? You got to go down the credit route.
Jake is running around doing Instacart. You shopping for these damn devils. Uber, you taking them around. We're slaves here, man. And it's just to turn around and give it to your landlord.
Yep.
Paying his mortgage if his house isn't paid off already. Hey, in 2022, we gotta convince our people that they slaves, man. That famous quote Harriet Tubman said, "I freed thousands of." It was bullshit, but to put it spiritually, you know, I freed thousands of slaves. I could have freed more only if I could convince them that they were slaves. You gotta understand, even back then, a house nigga thought he was that guy, man. He had nice clothes. You know, he didn't have to pick. Yeah, Stephen and Django. He didn't have to. You know, he was out there in the field. They look down on the field, niggas. They get to sneak food in every once in a while. You know, when Massa was gone, they probably had a room in the house. But you got niggas that think that they made it here, man. No, we slaves, man. We at the bottom.
Well, 1 Corinthians 1:20, it says, "Where's the wise? Where's the scribe? Where's the speaker of this world? Had not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world?"
Yeah, the wisdom of this world is out of here, man. With all this technology and innovation, life isn't better. People are more stressed out. People are more obese. Mental illness at an all-time high. Depression with all this innovation, innovation is supposed to take technology and make things better, man. All Esau is doing is perfecting the fucking rockets. He took the atomic bomb and made the nuclear energy, you know?
Like we had, right?
Yeah.
Cell phones and rockets. That's it.
Yeah, because it makes sense.
And who's behind it? Bill Gates, man. This devil just brought up all this farmland. You know, what's his agenda? You know, genetically modified organisms in the food. What's Bill Gates' agenda, man? What's his agenda? His agenda is to bring P down to zero. You got carbon, you know, pollution, and P for people. And this devil wants. I'm thinking he's gonna say, look, how can we bring down the pollution? Doesn't that make sense? Like, how can we tone down on the factories or make these energy efficient? Or how can we transform these cars into, you know, solar? How can we get solar power? What's wrong with the sun? Gives natural energy. But you got these devils trying to not only you got these gooks trying to make a sun. You got Bill Gates trying to block the sun, man. Well, what did the sun do to you? I can't say that with a straight face because the sun been cooking you damn devils, man.
Slow roast. Get on the slow roast.
Hey, look up the statistics, the skin cancer rate in Israel. It's the highest. It's the highest. What's it telling you? The sun is telling you don't belong here, you damn cracker. You're in the wrong land. You're in the wrong land. The scripture talk about the nation of Israel singing and dancing to the Most High. You ever see them TikTok video? Who sent the video? Of them devils dancing? Come on, man. Y'all don't fit the prophecy, man. Go ahead, bro.
To go back to what Bill Gates.
He didn't really say that devil's name, man.
Revelation 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Revelation 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red.
Yeah. And a horse represents power. Cars is measured in horsepower. When you ride up on that horse, it's a symbolic of what? Power, man. You know, go ahead.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
And it says it was red. When we looked up that definition, it went into like danger, crimson, crime family, or Roth. You know, which goes to angry, which Rothschild, man. Red shield. Edom. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Out of one yum. Fucking devil, man. That's why the devil is depicted as red, man.
Well, it was giving you clues.
Well, yeah.
They left us clues to know what the devil is, man.
The devil is so-called white man. Fuck the natural born faggot.
Devil's
a beta man, such a beta male. These devils be in my car, be listening to it. Fucking, dude is such a beta male, man. Let his wife do whatever you want, babe. Just let their wife. They're fucking hyenas, man. You see, hyenas control they kick the husband out, man. A woman hyena is bigger than a male hyena, and they hate lions. That's why they hate us, man.
Yeah, makes sense.
Their outfits, they're beta males, man. What's that? That shit fucking, what's it called? Dominatrix, yeah.
Getting their ass.
Apple in this phone.
What is this?
Yeah, so that red, that's who Esau was, man. From Genesis to Revelation, this book exposes you damn devils, man. That's right. Go ahead.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
And ain't that what he did? And they always say, oh, there was tribal disputes before. Like, look, everybody got tribal disputes, but god damn, man. When you came through the movie Apocalypto, that was the end of the movie. He had to say nothing. That nigga was running to the water. He got there. He looked over the horizon. He seen the end of the world. He seen the end, man. He seen the end. You take everywhere you go. You take peace from that place, man. You left the caves. The Portuguese, they went to the west coast of Africa. They took peace from over there, man. They went to Brazil. They took peace from there, man. They came to the Americas. They went to Australia. They went to South America. All right, they went to Israel. All right, they take peace everywhere they go. That's why the last little people that are fighting the Rothschilds and the International Bank, that's what they're fighting for. They're fighting to maintain the little peace and sovereignty that they have, man. Because once Esau get in there, he put a banking system in there. Oh, it's a wrap, man. Your people will be perpetual slaves forever. Forever. You're gonna be working. And people come here, you drive them around, and how you feel about this compared to your country? And they say, like, yeah, America's rich. There's a lot of money here, but you don't have no social life here, man. They work you to the bone here, man. You paying for health care. You paying for lights. You paying for gas. You paying for insurance. You paying tolls, fees, fines, tickets, excise taxes for bridges that are fucked up, man. You drive over the Tobin Bridge. That's one of the skippiest bridges, man.
Especially when it's a breeze.
You drive over that Tobin Bridge, man. That shit is all. They've been working on it forever. First of all, the link there's always you gotta merge this side, and there's always some people working on it. It's all rusty. But when it was set up, they were supposed to pay the tolls until the bridge was paid for, and then they said like they started liking that revenue. And then they kept it going. Then they got rid of the people that was in the toll booths. And they got the system where they just snap in the
Pay by
camera.
plate, yep.
Pay by plate. You go home, you see it. This is urgent. Open immediately. You know, it's a fucking bill for $1.25.
Forget about it.
Oh yeah.
They let you wait.
It back to 100.
Yeah.
It can go to 100.
Yeah, man, that dollar creep on you.
It will.
Every 20 days, you don't pay on it.
Those tolling place, right? It's a form of control because like they're trying to put control in everything. People think it's just for money, but it's just for you like when you don't pay your taxes.
That's good. That's good.
Get a cut.
Stopping you from getting your license. Yeah, that's true, man. Just like that idea of just being like robots or just being zombies or being in a new world order, being surveillance, you know, being watched. That eagle, not the eagle, the eagle eye, in the movie Eagle Eye, just always being watched, you know, being baby. That shit make you feel less of a man, man. And America prides itself off of being free. Man, your freedoms is gone, man. We waiting for you Edomites to do what y'all do. Because y'all ancestors is rolling in the grave right now, man. They would have never went for this shit, man. Mandating and things of that nature, man. When y'all going to take up y'all musty guns and do what y'all do, you know?
Go ahead, bro. From the family, bro. There was a survey that was conducted a couple of years ago, right? It says people in first world countries, they are miserable, man. People in the United States, in UK, in France, they are miserable. Though they have the technology, they have the lifestyle, but they can't do shit. They're always working to pay ends meet, man.
Go ahead. Revelation 6 verse 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Yeah, and that they should kill anywhere that there's a north and a south. Is Esau got his fingerprints on it. Shit was unheard of, man. Look, y'all are Vietnamese, we Vietnamese. Like, you know what I mean? That's how it was. But you got North Sudan, South Sudan, North Korea, South Korea, North Viet Cong. You got this devil, man. Divide and conquer, man. You know?
Now he's being divided, you know?
Yeah.
America and Esau fighting against each other.
Blue versus red.
Yeah.
As thou hast done, it shall be done to thee.
Yes, right.
Hey, man, so with that, we pray and hope that was edifying, man. We want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh.
double honors to the elders and the apostles, the GMS, peace, love, and salutations to the Bayaf Tawadah. Today we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba.
From Yahshua.
You didn't hear me earlier? Never let outside.